Good morning. This is Melissa at Joe Arnold, and I want to show you today about pruning and how pruning can yield you a whole new crop of fruit trees. Today, or yesterday actually, we've got the hurricane coming. I haven't looked at the newest update today yet, but we did a lot of pruning. You see the goats are having fun over here eating all the trimmings, and I'm about halfway done, but I'm not quite done all the way. There's our big barn. But what we do is we take some of the tender young shoots that have been trimmed off, and we pull all of the, here's a good example, we pull all the leaves off. This is a hibiscus. We pull all the leaves off, and we stick them in pots. And when we're done, then we take these to the ranch where we're trying to grow other things. We have another piece of property where we have cattle and whatnot, and a couple of storage containers. And so then these will all be filled with all the cuttings. And then we still have a few over here that we haven't taken to the ranch that I'll show you in just a moment. But here's our curry. We do a lot of Indian cooking, and curry is a very hardy tree. And this one has grown really fast. I have one more sucker here on the bottom I probably should take off. But we gave him a good trim. And then here's our gigantic mulberries. These were probably twice the height they are now. And then we have about 28 oak trees on our property, so we were very blessed with lots of shade. But for fruit trees, they need some sun, so we need to trim back. And here's beautiful rose apples. If you haven't ever seen a rose apple, they're amazing. I don't know a lot about the rose apple. We had someone who gets a lot of plants for us here locally, and he said this was a really good fast grower. And we have a lot of wind at our ranch, and this is one that's done extremely well. In high winds, it's just amazingly hardy, but it got a really good haircut. There's our other mulberry. There's the neighbor's house behind me. This is the edge of our 2 acres. This is where we have our other big mulberry there. And our macadamia nuts are there in the background. But what I want to show you, this is a bucket of the things that I still have to pull off. The mulberries, not so much, but probably more the rose apples. They're fading pretty fast. It's just yesterday. But I even gave the smaller mulberry a good haircut. And this is a pecan, but I don't have a lot of hope for it. It's been here 8 years, and it just hasn't done a whole lot. If anybody knows much about pecan trees, let me know. It had a mate, but it died in a flood. So that's another reason we want to make sure that we get everything cut before the hurricane so they don't snap. Not these little ones, but the mulberries were getting huge. But this is my hibiscus tree. I get so many flowers off this, and I just come along and eat them or give them to the goats. They get a treat almost every day. Okay, here are the ones that we've actually become real plants. This is just amazing. All you have to do is put a little rooting powder on the tip and shove it in the dirt. And the mulberries will do this. The hibiscus. There's so many plants. And then here's a Biden. That's a post I did recently. That's a wonderful spinach edible. It's just tucked in between. But, and this is a rose apple. This might be a lychee, actually. Yeah, I think that's a lychee. I have a lychee over there. It's done really well. And it could be the rose apple. I have to sniff it. And then here's our macadamia. I mean, not our macadamia, but our, I'm drawing a blank here. Our mulberry. And that's pretty much all it takes. You just shove them in the ground, and they start in those little pots like that, and they end up like this, plantable, which is really amazing. God is so good. Here's a macadamia nut as well, and here's a loquat, and then our lychee's way over here. It's just beautiful. There's our ducks having a good time. There's macadamians. They gave us a lot of fruit this year, or nuts, and our lychee hasn't given us anything quite yet. And we have a banana here too, but we also have a whole orchard of bananas. They're at the very front of the property. So there you go. That's our little orchard. We have probably about 30 specimens. We have a lot of avocado and growing more toward the front of the yard. But this is our. We got to look at the cracks. There they go. Always in a line. Gave you a little show there. Cheers. Have a good day.